Hi guys, it's Jimmy, and just a random video I decided to do. No specific topic, just watch collecting in general. So I just grabbed a few things randomly. Just got 3 watches in here. Got one in here, and of course got my Submariner on, and on the other wrist I have my 1967 Speedmaster. So pre-moon with the 3-2-1 movement. Let's get that going. Just runs so nice, this watch. Anyway, and it's on the NASA strap. Anyway, don't often do that, 2 watches on, but right now for the video I did. Anyway, as for the watch collecting part of things, pretty much just waiting for anything interesting to pop up, whether it's something I find, looking around, or just, waiting for one of those nice phone calls that you get. So in the meantime, just enjoy my collection in my spare time. And so I just pulled this out of the safe. It's just 3 watches that are in there. No particular reason. Thought I'd just take them out, have a bit of a look. And then I've got something in here to show you that's new. But we'll just have a quick look in here first. And what I have in here. Okay, so I've got a Calatrava, I've got an Aquanaut, and I've got a Daytona. So, oh yeah, and they're all in precious metals, so all gold pieces here. Yeah, love every one of them for their different reasons. The favorite of the bunch would probably be that Daytona. Probably because I've wanted one for a very long time, the Zenith Daytona in solid gold. And yeah, this is just an exceptional piece. It's never been polished, and that means a lot when you're buying vintage stuff. You always hear that thing, you hear people claiming things are unpolished, and a lot of the time they're not, but yeah, it's really nice when you find one that really is. So what I can do is take them out of there, put that to the side, and get a closer look. My Calatrava presents as brand new. I've just taken such good care of it. I'm very careful when I wear it because it's just so highly polished. Such a delicate watch. Just a simple beauty. It's amazing. Then you go to the very sporty Aquanaut. So it's in white gold, and yeah, enjoyed wearing this away with the family for a week, just a few weeks ago. It's the only watch I took with me. It was really fun just wearing the one watch, not worrying about having anything else on me. And then there's my Daytona. So from it was from 91 or 92. Once you start gone through as many watches as I have, sometimes you gotta really have a think about the year. I'm not sure if it was a 91 or 92. It's one of those years. It'll be one of my earlier videos anyway. Yeah, different types of clasps and buckles on all. Nice little bit of variety. So, I guess the real reason I did this video is we have to have a look what's inside here. And believe me, there is something pretty damn nice in there. Let's put these to the side. Put them back in the watch roll so they don't get scratched or anything. Okay. Alright. see if it's the right way. Of course it's upside down, I put it in the wrong way. All right, here it is. So it's the Patek Philippe 5172G. So it's in white gold, manual chronograph, blue dial. Now, first things first, it's just on loan to me to have a bit of a play with. Belongs to my brother. He's had this since, I think since the start of the year. And you know what, I've been wearing it just a little bit, been very careful with it because it's, you know, not mine. That case shape, those stepped lugs, look at the pushes, the detail on the pushes, gorgeous crown. And then when you turn it over and see the movement, it just, yeah, blows your mind. It's really sporty in the way of it has a lot of lume, so at night you can really read the dial well. As you can see, it's got syringe hands, loomed Arabic numerals, and yeah, as my brother says, it's got that real, you know, mid-century military type of vibe. It's real man's watch. It's awesome. I'll take it off the pillow. It's on the deployant. And I've got that set for my wrist. And as my brother was saying, one thing, the curvature inside the deployant there is made for a much smaller wrist. So when you're wearing it, it digs in just like that. It doesn't want to, it's good for a small wrist, but yeah. I mean, just have a look at that movement. Just stare at it all day. It's one of those watches where you could put the strap on back to front and wear it with this side facing up. It's just, you can stare at it for ages. Just the architecture of it is so much detail in there. Absolutely amazing. I'll put it on my wrist. I'll be very delicate with this watch. I get so nervous when they're not mine. How the hell would I tell my brother if I dropped it or scratched it or anything at all? He actually is, you know, he shies away from wearing it. He loves it so much he wants to wear it, and he's always scared to wear it to, you know, mark it or anything. He's got 3 younger children, and you know, when you're with them a lot, even they can mark your watch on you. So yeah, so maybe I should just hold on to it. My kids are all grown up. I don't think he'll let me do that though. Maybe for a week, but here it is. Just sized absolutely perfectly. And the hue of that white gold and the polishing is just, it's breathtaking. I hope it's picking up well on the camera, because in real life it's just an absolute beauty. And yeah, it's the worst thing you could do. The worst thing you could do is give it to me for a few days. He's got my weekly calendar. He's having a bit of play with that watch, and I've taken this, and yeah, it's made me. I would of course love to add a Patek manual chronograph at some stage, of course. But yeah, you can ask for. I ask for many different types. It's just when it becomes your turn, and you know, when you're lucky enough for them to give you a piece that you really desire. It's yeah, it's not an easy game with Patek, and I mean, anything that's, you know, worth chasing in the watch world usually isn't easy. If it's easy, it's just, you tend not to do it because you just consider the fact that I'll just pick one up whenever I feel like it. And I've done all that anyway. I've gone through pretty much all the major brands, you know, worn them, enjoyed them, moved them on. And it's taken a lot of years. Now I'm finally at this sort of point at the end. These are the things you want. And it's challenging in all ways. They're not cheap. They're not easy to get. But enjoy the challenge to some degree. And then sometimes it's frustrating when you want something and you got to wait and whatever. It really makes Rolex feel like a bit of a cakewalk, like it's easy in comparison. But I mean, that's probably got a lot to do with Rolex, producing a lot more watches. And yeah, I've noticed one thing. I have shied away from vintage a bit more, probably because it's harder to find good pieces. The Zenith that's inside here, I mean, that was my latest one, but I did do the thing of, I moved on some vintage pieces to add that one, so I more or less replaced others rather than growing the vintage collection. Because there is a concern there where some of the vintage stuff that's from the mid 60s or earlier, I start being a bit concerned about the fact that I've got really nice quality ones, but how long until something does go wrong with the dial or with the hands, which devalue the piece. So you start thinking about, well, maybe it's time to move them on. But yeah, I don't know, just worry about the value of them, because they're not cheap things. And of course, I still think a smart collector will be careful with value retention, even if it's not something that's going to appreciate. But I want to know that you're not just throwing your money down the toilet. It is good to know that there's a retention there, and if you want to move them on or change hobbies or whatever, that it's pretty easily done because they're so liquid. But yeah, that's about it, guys. Really just wanted to showcase this. It is stunning. I've only had it with me a few days. I mean, when he got it, I instantly fell in love with it. But even himself, he says he wants to wear it more, but he's careful with these kind of pieces. Take care of them. Anyway, I'll give another shot of the back. The money shot right there. I can, is it running? Look, I've left it. Let me wind it a bit. Because like a goose, I've left the chronograph going. Gotta be careful winding them too, not to rub your finger on the case. End up with those smudge marks in the beautiful polishing. Anyway, there's the nice sweep. More of an old school sweep. You see it's a bit chattery, but you just can't beat the chronograph feel on this watch. The start stop is nothing crazy exceptional. Like, I'll do it now. But the reset is more or less effortless. It's just amazing. There's no resistance. It's got a mechanical feel, but it's so soft and gentle. Nothing like a Daytona or anything else that's supposedly right up there. It's just next level. But anyway, I'll try not to leave the chronograph running again like that. That's it, guys. Have a great day.